Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is James, and today the trailer for the Apocalypse DLC officially dropped, and today we're going to be showing some gameplay and talking about the 4 new multiplayer maps and the 1 new zombies map. Sadly, there is no new really big title weapon for this DLC launch. There are going to be new guns in the zombies map, but they aren't going to be as big as the ray gun in my opinion. They're not going to be like the ray gun Mark II, where they work for all the maps and it's more of like a title gun that they put on the DLC cover. The new guns that are coming with the new Origin zombie map aren't really being advertised as like a DLC weapon. Either way, to start off, the first map we have is Pod. Now, Pod is like a failed utopian village. Now, Pod is going to have some close quarters combat and some long range gun battles. What's cool about Pod is that it's kind of all around. There is some close quarters, some long range, and some medium range gunfight. Von der Haar actually talked about it in the video. He called it pod hopping from like each one of these little pods in the village to hopping from pod to pod essentially, and keeping very close quarters gunfight. And I think that if you do use like a Remington or something and do quote unquote pod hop like Von der Haar calls it, you could actually pretty much be very successful in this map, but you have to stay away from those long range gunfights. And you know, pretty much this map has a wide variety of gunfights, and you gotta know what you're sticking to. Now, the next map we have is Frost. It's in Amsterdam actually, and there's like a snowstorm that just came in. There's a giant bridge over the map and a frozen river. Now, you can actually walk on the frozen river, and you can fight above and under the bridge. People were talking about using boats as cover or running across the river. It's going to be a very, you know, center heavy map in my opinion. What I mean is like there's going to be a lot of gunfight going on in the center above and below the bridge. Also using the boats as cover, dodging, bobbing, and weaving through the boats, and running across and just rushing enemies. Now, the next map we have is Takeoff. It's actually a remake of Stadium 2025, so to say. Now, it does seem kind of like launch in my opinion, because it is going to be on a launch facility. In the preview, they show a rocket coming up, but it is going to be on actually a floating launch facility in the ocean. Von der Haar claims that Takeoff is like Stadium, and while the base layout of it is the same, it's going to have a very new vibe. Now, also, we have a new map called Dig. Dig is an archaeological site, and it's actually a remake of Courtyard from World at War. It's inspired by Courtyard. Now, while this is inspired by Courtyard, Von der Haar claims that Dig is its own map with its own experiences and its own routes. I'm not sure if he meant that, meaning that there is going to be just a new feel to it, or he did change some stuff up. I'm not exactly sure if it's going to be spot on like Courtyard from World at War, but it definitely is inspired, and it's going to be based off of Courtyard from World at War. I think it's pretty cool that they're bringing a World at War map back in the Black Ops 2. Now, next we have the Origin Zombies map. Everyone's been looking forward to this. Now, Origin starts where the 4 original zombie characters, Richtofen, Nikolai, Dempsey, all of them, actually meet for the first time. This is actually supposed to be the biggest zombies map ever, which I think is pretty cool. And they're also going to have era-specific guns. It's supposed to be back when they first meet, more like the World War I, World War II kind of era. And what's going to be cool is they're going to actually have a new MG08 gun and also a new starting pistol called the Mauser. I think it's pretty cool that we're actually having a new starting pistol that's going to bring a whole new feel into the map. There's also going to be a new zombies tank that actually moves, and they mentioned that it might work with the Easter egg somehow, that you can use the zombies tank like as a moving platform and stay up on the tank. And also, there's 1,000-foot giant mechanical robots. I'm not really sure what these robots are going to do, but in the trailer they talked about using the robots to your advantage. They could definitely help you or screw you over. It just depends on how you use them to your advantage. Now, Apocalypse will be available on Xbox Live first on August 27th. I'm going to keep you updated with all the information I get on the DLC. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. If you're new around here, please subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to leave a like. That's really about it, and have a great day.
Erectile dysfunction is bad, but leaving a like on the video isn't. Whether you're hard or soft, make sure to slap that like button and subscribe while you're at it.